Papua New Guinea is a land of breathtaking wonder. Well, here the verdant highlands rise like ancient, sleeping giants, their slopes cloaked in mist and mystery. Along the coasts, turquoise waters gently lap against shores fringed with vibrant coral reefs, teeming with life unseen anywhere else on Earth. In vibrant hubs like Port Moresby and Leh, the nation's diverse peoples converged, a dynamic tapestry of cultures, languages, and ambitions. These powerful images of land and life define this extraordinary country. From a distance, one might see only the grand scale of its resource projects, the towering mines and vast gas fields that generate immense wealth and capture global headlines. They are, without question, a formidable force in the national economy. Yet if you listen closely, you can hear another sound. It is a quieter, more persistent rhythm. It is the true heartbeat of Papua New Guinea. This pulse does not come from the monumental machinery of extraction, but from something far more widespread and deeply rooted in the community. It is the collective effort of countless small and medium-sized businesses, the SMEs. These are the enterprises that are woven into the very fabric of daily life, from the smallest village to the busiest provincial center. They are the quiet engines of sustenance and progress, working tirelessly, often against the odds, to build a future for their families and their nation, one transaction at a time. These small ventures are the lifeblood of the local economy. They are the hands that plant the coffee, the voices that fill the marketplaces, the skill that builds a home, and the care that tailors a school uniform. So what exactly do we mean when we speak of an SME? The term stands for small and medium enterprise, but in the context of Papua New Guinea, it embraces a wonderfully diverse spectrum of activity. It begins with the micro-businesses, the smallest yet most numerous players. Think of a single farmer tending a small plot of sweet potatoes, a woman selling fresh fish at a roadside market, a craftsman weaving intricate bailum bags. These are the foundations of local commerce. Then come the small businesses, a local trade store employing a couple of staff, a small bakery delighting a neighborhood with fresh bread, a workshop with a few mechanics repairing vehicles. Further along this scale are the medium enterprises, a small-scale coffee processing plant that buys beans from hundreds of local growers, a construction company with a team of builders, a local guest house that welcomes travelers. Together, these micro, small, and medium businesses form an overwhelming majority. In fact, an astonishing 90% of all registered businesses in Papua New Guinea fall into this category. They are not the exception, they are the rule. They are the economic landscape of the nation, operating in every province, every district, and nearly every community, from the remote islands of Manus to the bustling streets of Goroka. This vast network of small-scale entrepreneurs is not just a feature of the current economy, it is the cornerstone of its future. The government of Papua New Guinea has articulated a bold and ambitious goal within its Vision 2030 plan, the creation of 2 million new jobs. This is a monumental undertaking, and it is a target that cannot be met by large-scale industry alone. The true engine for this incredible growth lies with the SMEs. Their potential for job creation is immense, precisely because they are so numerous and so integrated into the community. Each thriving small business has the capacity to hire one more person, then another, creating a ripple effect that spreads across the entire country. When a small coffee shop expands and hires a new barista, that is one job. When a tailor takes on an apprentice to meet growing demand, that is another. When a small farm employs extra hands during the harvest season, that is more work for the community. Multiplied across the nation, these individual acts of growth accumulate into a powerful force for change, capable of transforming the lives of millions and building a more prosperous and equitable Papua New Guinea for generations to come. One of the most profound impacts of a thriving SME sector is its ability to keep money circulating within the local community. This concept is simple, yet its effects are incredibly powerful. When you support a small, locally owned business, the kina you spend does not vanish into a distant corporate account overseas. Instead, it embarks on a journey through the local economy, enriching many lives along the way. Consider the journey of a single 10 kina note spent at a small coffee shop in a provincial center. That money is first used by the shop owner to pay her local staff, purchase her supplies. She buys her coffee beans directly from a farmer in a nearby village. That farmer now has the quina he needs to pay for his children's school fees, buy essential goods for his family. He might spend some of it at the local market to buy vegetables from another vendor. That vegetable seller uses her earnings to pay a local tailor to mend her family's clothes. The tailor then buys food from a small trade store, and the cycle continues. This is the local flow of wealth in action. The same 10 quina note has supported the coffee shop owner, the farmer, the school, the market vendor, the tailor, strengthening the entire community's economic web. This contrasts sharply with the economic model of many large, foreign-owned corporations. While they contribute significantly through taxes and provide some employment, a substantial portion of their vast profits is often repatriated to shareholders and headquarters overseas. That wealth leaves Papua New Guinea, and its potential to circulate locally is lost. In many developing economies, there exists a significant gap known as the missing middle. This refers to the scarcity of robust, locally owned small and medium-sized firms that can connect the large corporate sector with the micro-entrepreneurs at the village level. Papua New Guinea is actively working to fill this gap. SMEs are the essential building blocks. A healthy missing middle is crucial for distributing wealth across the population, across the geography of the nation. It creates a vital link in the supply chain, preventing benefits from remaining concentrated in a few urban centers or within a handful of large companies. Imagine a large hotel in Port Moresby. Without a strong missing middle, it might import most of its food, furniture, linens. But with a thriving network of local SMEs, the picture changes. The hotel could source its fresh vegetables from a cooperative of smallholder farmers in the central province. Its furniture could be crafted by a medium-sized workshop in Leh, using sustainably harvested local timber. Its staff uniforms could be produced by a garment maker in Goroka. In this scenario, the revenue generated by the hotel is no longer sent abroad. It is channeled into dozens of smaller businesses across different provincial centers. Building local supply chains spreads prosperity. Economic opportunities reach beyond the capital into the heartlands. When a mining company procures meals from local caterers instead of a foreign contractor, it creates a ripple effect. Local caterers buy produce from local markets. Markets buy from local farmers. This demand empowers entire communities, giving them a direct stake in the nation's larger economic projects. Wealth distribution strengthens provincial economic fabric, making towns vibrant and self-sufficient hubs. As more quina flows into regional towns, they can support a wider range of services: better schools, clinics, more diverse shops, entertainment. This reduces the pressure to migrate to the largest cities in search of opportunity, allowing them to build prosperous lives in their home provinces. By nurturing the missing middle, Papua New Guinea is not just growing its economy, it is building a more balanced nation. It is building a more equitable nation. It is building a more resilient nation. One of the greatest strengths of an economy rich in small and medium enterprises is its resilience. Nations that depend heavily on a small number of commodities, such as oil, gas, or minerals, are often vulnerable to the volatile swings of the global market. When the international price for a key export suddenly plummets, it can send shockwaves through the entire national economy, leading to budget shortfalls and widespread job losses. This is a storm that many resource-rich countries have had to weather. However, a diverse and vibrant SME sector acts as a powerful shield, protecting the domestic economy from the full force of these external shocks. While a drop in global LNG prices might impact national revenue, the local baker in Madang will still be baking bread for his community. The farmer in the highlands will still be harvesting his crops to sell at the local market, and the tailor in Wewak will still be sewing clothes for her neighbors. The demand for these essential, locally produced goods and services remains relatively stable, regardless of fluctuations in faraway markets. This broad base of domestic economic activity provides a crucial buffer, ensuring that people can continue to earn a living and that the core functions of the community can continue uninterrupted. It creates a foundation of stability that is simply not possible in an economy with all its eggs in one basket. This resilience is rooted in diversity. A healthy SME ecosystem is like a thriving rainforest, with thousands of different species, each filling a unique niche: small-scale agriculture, local manufacturing, retail trade, construction, tourism, and a vast array of services. If one sector faces a temporary downturn, others can continue to thrive, preventing a system-wide collapse. For instance, if a slowdown in construction occurs, the agricultural sector can still provide food and income. Furthermore, SMEs are often more agile and adaptable than their larger counterparts. A small business owner is intimately connected to their customers and can pivot quickly to meet changing needs. If one product is not selling, they can try another. If one market is closed, they can seek out a new one. This flexibility is a powerful survival mechanism. The concept of a circular economy sounds complex, but at its heart lies a very simple and powerful idea, especially for a nation like Papua New Guinea. It means creating a system where resources are kept in motion within the country, money is kept in motion within the country, value is kept in motion within the country. Instead of a straight line where raw materials are extracted, used, and then disposed of, with money flowing out of the country for imported goods, the circular economy creates a loop. This loop strengthens self-reliance and ensures that the benefits of economic activity are enjoyed locally. SMEs are the lifeblood of this circular model. Think of it this way: when you buy a product made in another country, the majority of the kina you spend leaves Papua New Guinea. It pays for the foreign factory, the international shipping, and the overseas shareholders. But when you choose to buy PNG, you are actively participating in the circular economy. If you buy a table made by a local carpenter from local timber, your money pays the carpenter's wage. The carpenter then uses that money to buy food from a local farmer, who might pay a local mechanic to fix his truck. That kina stays here, circulating from hand to hand, community to community, building local wealth with every transaction. This principle extends beyond simple purchasing. It is about building the capacity to do more within the country. For example, instead of exporting raw coffee beans at a low price, local SMEs can roast the coffee right here in PNG, grind the coffee here, and package it here. This process, known as value adding, creates more jobs in processing, in packaging, in marketing, and in logistics. It allows Papua New Guinea to sell a finished product at a much higher price. The same applies to cocoa, timber, and fish. By processing its own resources, the nation captures more of the final value, keeping that wealth at home to fuel further growth and development. This move towards a circular economy reduces dependence on volatile global supply chains and fluctuating import prices. When more essential goods, furniture, clothing, processed foods are made locally, the country becomes more self-sufficient. This is not about closing off from the world, but about building a stronger foundation from within. Every small factory that opens, every farm that diversifies its crops, and every artisan that finds a market for their crafts is helping to close the loop. They are turning PNG's resources into PNG's prosperity, ensuring the kina keeps moving, working, and building a stronger nation for all. While the potential of SMEs in Papua New Guinea is immense, their path to success is often fraught with significant challenges. We must acknowledge these hurdles honestly in order to find effective solutions. One of the most formidable obstacles for many small businesses, particularly those in manufacturing, processing, is the high cost and unreliable supply of electricity. For a small workshop trying to run machinery, a food processor needing constant refrigeration, unpredictable power outages can cripple operations. Steep tariffs can drive up costs, make it impossible to compete with imported goods. This single issue can stifle growth before it even begins. A second major challenge lies in the nation's infrastructure, especially its roads. Papua New Guinea's rugged and beautiful terrain makes it incredibly difficult to build and maintain roads. For a farmer in a remote highland valley, a poorly maintained road can mean a significant portion of their fresh produce spoils before it reaches the market in a provincial center. The high cost and difficulty of transportation limit a producer's access to customers and increase the price of essential supplies coming into their community. This isolation is a powerful barrier to economic integration and growth. Thirdly, access to finance remains a persistent and frustrating problem for many aspiring entrepreneurs. Traditional banks often require substantial collateral, such as land titles or other physical assets. This is a requirement that a small market vendor or a young artisan simply cannot meet. Without access to capital, a business cannot grow. They are unable to buy new equipment, purchase raw materials in bulk at a lower cost, or hire the staff needed to expand. This lack of accessible, affordable credit traps many promising SMEs in a cycle of subsistence. These are not small problems. They are systemic challenges that require concerted effort from all sectors of society. They are the roadblocks on the path to realizing the 2 million job vision. Acknowledging them is the first step. For every entrepreneur who succeeds, there are many more with brilliant ideas and a powerful work ethic who are held back by the cost of turning on a light, the state of the road outside their village, or the inability to secure a small loan to get started. Overcoming these hurdles is the great task that lies ahead for Papua New Guinea. Even as these challenges persist, pathways to progress are being forged with ingenuity and determination. The digital revolution is beginning to offer powerful solutions. Digital banking and mobile money are game changers for remote entrepreneurs. A farmer can now receive payment for his crops instantly on his mobile phone, eliminating the risks of carrying cash. A shop owner can manage her finances, pay her suppliers, build a digital transaction history, all without visiting a bank branch. This digital footprint can become a new form of credibility, making it easier to access microloans. Simultaneously, the Buy PNG initiative is gaining momentum. It's a call to action for consumers, businesses, the government. A supermarket stocking food processed in PNG sends a powerful signal. A construction company sourcing local materials does too. Buying local fuels SME growth and creates a guaranteed market. The movement fosters national pride and links a consumer's choice to a neighbor's job. Targeted support and training programs are essential. Practical business education can empower a market vendor to manage inventory and cash flow, turning subsistence into profit. Agricultural extension teaches farmers to improve crop yields and to process harvests for higher prices. Vocational training equips youth with skills in carpentry, plumbing, mechanics to start service businesses. These interventions unlock human capital and entrepreneurial potential nationwide. Lasting progress needs partnership between government, private sector, and local communities. Government investment in infrastructure is fundamental. Reliable energy, better roads, policies to streamline registration and improve lending for SMEs. Large corporations must develop local supply chains. When the government builds the road, the bank provides the loan, and the community buys the product, the SME growth engine will roar to life, paving the way for a more prosperous future. The story of Papua New Guinea's future will be written in its villages and its provincial centers. It will be authored by the hands of its own people. The path to a stronger, more self-reliant nation is clear. It lies in the unwavering support and cultivation of our small and medium enterprises. These businesses are more than just economic units. They are the very heartbeat of our communities, the expression of our national spirit of resilience, creativity, and hard work. They are the morning markets buzzing with trade, the family-run workshops crafting goods with pride, and the coffee farms dotting our hillsides, each one a testament to our potential. The vision of creating 2 million jobs by 2030 is not a distant dream. It is an achievable goal, built one job at a time in every corner of this diverse land. Every kina spent on a locally made product is a vote of confidence in this future. It is a direct investment in a family's ability to pay for school fees, in a community's capacity to thrive, and in the nation's journey towards greater economic independence. We must champion these businesses, celebrate their successes, and work together to dismantle the obstacles that stand in their way. This is a shared responsibility and a shared opportunity. Therefore, let us take pride in what is ours. When you have a choice, choose the product grown in our soil or crafted by our hands.